So I'm going to be talking about the 3D, 5D split. It's actually happening. Like I knew it was going to happen. I know we're walking the ascension path. And yet now I know what this looks like. So I wanted to share it with you guys. And it's funny too, because there's a lot of people who are talking about the 3D, 5D split. A lot of wonderful people, infinite waters, frequency shifts, right? Frequency matches. And it's no joke. There are frequency splits happening right now as we speak. It's happening. And I'm going to tell you what to look for. What to look for in that shift. So I'm waiting for some people to get on. And I'm going to share the live with different people. Let's see if I can share the live. There's certain people I share the live with constantly who are really amazing, good people. But I definitely want to talk to you about the 3D, 5D split. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty exciting. Okay, so let me wait till more people get on. And okay, so let me see more people. So this conversation is going to be, it's a real quick live. It's not long. It's going to be about the 3D, 5D split, what's happening, what you can look for, what to look for, and how it's going to play out. Okay, so I'm not going to stay very long. If you want to share the live, awesome. That'd be awesome for you guys to share the live with other people that you think would benefit. But I'm going to talk to you about the 3D, 5D split. Now, I love Infinite Waters, and he did an amazing little chat on the 3D, 5D split. And what's happening is that the frequency that you're at, you know what I mean? The frequency of fearlessness is going to be a massive test for all of us. Okay? Because you can be a super good person. But if you are walking in fear, any type of fear of reprisal, emotional blackmail, fear of change, fear of failure, just any type of fear. Okay, and for those of you who are hearing me, we're going to talk about the 3D, 5D split in about 20 minutes. Okay, right, like there's only 20 minutes. So if you want to share the live, please share the live. There's a little shadow banding that's been going on with me here and there, and it's all good. It's all good. There's good reasons, and the reasons are that, you know, I don't talk just about twin flames. I talk about things that make people uncomfortable, which is fine. So what's happening is your frequency, if you are in a fearless place, if you trust in God, source, whatever you want to call the energy of the one who created us all, the one of 1,000 names, whatever you call that energy, that loving, unconditional loving energy, right? And I've been doing massive work with a lot of people who follow me on Satya Yuga, bringing that in, of breaking the soul contract with the universe, with source, and with the great mother Earth. We've done a lot of work in the last 3 months to make sure to shift our own perspective and to bring ourselves back into a massive level of self-empowerment. And what is happening is you're going to start losing what you think are friends, family and friends, and they're going to be blocking you. Or you will be or it'll be a mutual blocking, because you're like, you know what, I'm done. Okay, I'm not going to convince you the sky's blue. Fuck this, I'm out. You know, I mean, I'm not. You know, if you can't wrap your head around human rights and Geno and love and trusting in God and surrendering to God, if you can't be in alignment with you, I don't know what works. Because I'm not going to talk about different laundry detergents. Okay, that's not my conversation, right? So if you're at that place of being awakened, of becoming transcendental, in fact, it's shocking the hell out of you that you're becoming transcendental. What do I mean by that? It means, like, if you're in a twin flame runner chaser dynamic, like, it's not that you don't give a shit, but you're surrendering to God. You're surrendering to the soul contracts that were formed before you guys were born on this planet. You're surrendering to the fuckery of these 3D times that we live in. You're surrendering and trusting that as long as you are in the heart and you are fearless, you will lose friends, let me tell you, like flies. Like ticks off a dog's butt after you put flea and tick repellent. They will fall off Like, you'll be shocked, and you'll question yourself and say, wait, hang on, am I fucking up? Which is good. It shows humility. That's a good sign. It means that you actually are checking in with yourself, going, am I being an a-hole? Am I being wrong? Am I being rude? Am I being... And then you'll circle back to yourself, because you'll be fair, because you would have gone to a place of being transcendental to be fair, non-judgmental, but objective, even to yourself, because you know it benefits you to be objective and to call yourself out on your BS. And you'll circle back going, and you might even ask certain friends that you really adore, who adore you, who get you. You might say, did I do something? Cause you're that girl, you're that guy. You're like a good person. You're like fundamentally in your heart, fundamentally humble. But you would have been past the point of gaslighting yourself, but you'll still get a second opinion, because some of you will need to. And that's normal. That's actually a good sign. But you'll return back and go, no, that wasn't me. This is effery. I'm not going to take any more bullshit from this person. Okay. And that's the split that is happening during the ascension. And what's sad to me, and this is the sad part, this is super sad, is that there are wonderful people. Wonderful. They're good. They're in their heart, but they live in fear. That is also going to cause a split. And so you're going to walk on your path into 5D consciousness on this planet, and you will never talk to them or see them again, because the 3D split is happening. There will be no repair. It will be done. Yes, it's crazy. I've surrendered. It happened so suddenly. Been working on myself. Isn't that fabulous? It's scary too. Don't be scared. Like, for God's sakes, if anything at all, please do not be scared through this walk. This is the walk of walks. This is a journey, a path that is bringing tears to my eyes in gratitude, where you have to, yes, well, as long as you learn to surrender again and again and again and again, to trust, to God, to the universe, and to know that the universe has your back and adores you in the way, the unconditional love of a mother and father, that is the universe, God energy. Believe in that energy. Believe that the universe does not want to harm you. But if it gives you tower moments, let me be clear. These are for your own good. Tower moments are not there to impede you, to punish you. It's not bad karma if you're a good person, and you know who you are. If you're a good person, you know you're a good person. I hope you do, to some level of realization, right? To self-realize that. We all fuck up. We all step into dog do. We all say the wrong things. We are human beings. We are having a human experience through the filtering of a 3D brain. That is hard. Okay? But with that said, as you go through the passages, these narrow hallways, it's narrow, but it isn't, because they just show me this incredible, gorgeous, prismatic light that is surrounding many of us as we are walking, and the paths are splitting. There's one that's the left path, the left path, the side of the heart, and then there's the right path. It's another path that we're not going on. We're not doomsdayers. We're not looking at the end of the world. We're looking at a brand new earth. We are claiming the new earth for ourselves. And if you have children, for your children, for your ancestry in this life and past lives and multiple incarnations you've had. And we're doing it. And you're going to lose so many quote unquote friends, so many attachments, even family members. You will lose them. It began during the COVID debacle, and it is now really hitting its stride. Okay? Yes, this is not for the faint of heart. It's God, universe guiding you. I love this. The towers come to crumble. Yes. And so let me explain I'm going to give you analogies of actual things that I've dealt with my client on tower moments. So I've had clients literally say, I hate this job. I hate this job. I hate this job. It goes on for years. I hate doing this. I hate doing this. And one day they get the pink slip. They get fired or laid off. And they're like, what did I do? I worked so... No, it was like, you were never going to let go of this job. So the universe said, look, we're going to unpry your fingers on this job because you're in a lack consciousness. You think that's the only job you can ever have, making this kind of money. So the universe says, yeah, let's pull the plug on her or him because they're not getting it. So we're going to give her or him a tower moment. We're going to lay them off or fire them. And most people panic. instead of saying thank you and smiling, cashing the last check, or looking at the last deposit saying thank you. You're taking care of me, because I would have never let go of this job. I hated my boss. I was treated like garbage. Thank you. That is the kind of surrender. And believe it or not, it may be uncomfortable for a few weeks, but when you come to a place of that kind of transcendental acceptance and surrender to God, the universe, source energy, you will bounce back on your feet. One of the things I started saying in my 40s, I think I was 40 actually. I used to say, I still do actually, I always land on my feet. No matter what, I leap into space and I land on my feet. Did I land on my feet every single time? Fuck no. But I landed on my feet 80% of the time. And that's a damn good number. And when I fell, I get up and go, I get it. This was not for me. So what's happening in the 3D, 5D split is that kind of consciousness, the consciousness of absolute surrender in the face of holy shit, here comes a tsunami, and being fearless. And the image that have come up again and again that I'm going to say haunted me in a good way, because haunting means usually fearful and darkness, but haunted me or followed me, I don't know how to say it in any other way, is the image of this incredible Buddhist figure. And I'm not sure if it's a man or woman. It appears androgynous. It's back. It's to me. I always see it. And there's a tsunami coming, barreling towards them. And they're not moving. They're not running. They're sitting in meditation. Okay? Calm, at peace. And they don't know if today is the end or a new beginning. And when I feel their energy, the first thing I see, it's funny because I was feeling a chokiness in my heart chakra. And then I breathe into it. I kid you not. And then I see this tsunami, this massive wave that's 200-300 feet. There's no way you can outrun it. And this Buddhist person, this energetic, transcendental, self-realized soul, has decided that today, if this is the last day on the last minute, then they will do it being consciously aligned with God, source energy. And what I see then is that as they surrender to that truth, the wave explodes into millions of golden butterflies. I kid you not. And it's been following me, this image, for the last 4 years. And I get images and downloads like that from source. And I finally realize what it means. It means that when you realize that running, chasing, in fear, in a lack consciousness will never bring you back to success. However, when you surrender and trust the universe that if this is it, then I surrender. And if this is not, I surrender. Show me the way. Show me. And I will close my eyes and trust what comes. That's a hell of a courageous image to master. But it's an image I invite you to carry with you as we go through this deep, deep purging of your own toxic fears. I have them. You have them. None of us are walking on water. Hope you saw my videos on, none of us are walking on water. Okay? And so when you release, even fearfully release the fear, which is funny, right? How funny is that? Fearfully releasing the fear. You give yourself one of the biggest gifts that you could ever give yourself across all incarnations, this incarnations, concurrent incarnations, past incarnations, future incarnations. No matter what dimensions you end up going to. What that means is even in some dimensions that are higher than this, there's a consciousness, of course, a higher consciousness, a higher understanding, a higher knowledge. But the egoic aspect is still somewhat there. There's still an egoic piece to us, if that makes sense. So what I want you to know, okay, is that the split of the 3D, 5D is this. Walk in fearlessness. Walk in love. Forgive yourself and forgive others. Let them go. Don't chase them. I've lost so many people in the last 3 months, and it has been a godsend, a gift. a release. Thank God. And the people still standing are the people that are really my tribe, my people, the people I can trust, and they can trust me without an imbalance of overgiving and overtaking. The people that are going to remain after 2025 will not be the people, not all of the people you know right now will be in your life in a year from now. And it's not because you're failing. It's because you're growing. The transcendental aspect of this truth is you growing out of the petty Annie, is he cheating on me? Is the little questions that are so important to some people that you've transcended, and what you're asking isn't, is he cheating on me? But why would he cheat? Why would I take him back if he cheats? Why would I take someone back who I can't trust? If you can't trust a partner with your money, with their own body, then why are you even considering having children with somebody like that? You have to understand that trust is something given, and then it is earned when it is kept in the room. I'm one of these people that trust first, and then I remove the trust when I see that they're screwing up. Some people, they don't give you trust at all. You have to earn it. I'm not like that. I figure, no, let me hand them the trust. Let me hand them the keys to the car. It's a Ferrari. Don't fuck it up. Oh, Jesus, you banged it into in a tree. Yeah, we're gone. Give me the keys back. We're done. The trust is removed. I don't hand trust to people that earn it. Believe it or not. And it's actually saved me a lot of years. I'm going to tell you, a lot of years in frustration and so forth. So what you want to do is realize that part of this 5D split that we're going through is the loss of people who you thought you loved, who you actually still love. And you are not, this is not your job to stay in 3D to keep them. A lot of you are fearful that you will go ahead in 5D and you will leave people you love behind. You cannot save them. This goes back to the cave, the Plato's parable of the cave. You cannot save people who do not want to be saved. You cannot bring, if I have plane tickets, first class to Paris, and my friend doesn't want to go on the plane because she doesn't speak French, she's afraid of culture, she's heard that blah, 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 whatever she's heard. I can't force her to get on that plane, or him, because that person doesn't want to see if they're wrong. They don't even want to experience something new. They don't want to experience something that could challenge them to grow. And that's what you need to understand. You better get on that train, the Ascension plane train. Get that ticket punched, my friend. Don't stay behind. Don't give yourself that self-importance that if you stay, you can make them change their mind. That's not true. And there are many of you who will have to leave your twin behind. Your twin may need a couple cycles in 3D before they go, Jesus Christ, man, I'm out of here. Right? But you can't do it rolling in the mud with your twin, with your family, with your people. The people you think are your people. You either walk in your heart, you trust the universe, that the universe will bring your twin, your beloveds, all your people, all your soul tribe that you love to you when they're ready. Not when you're ready, when they're ready. See, that's the 3D 5D split. That's what this is. And we're seeing it. You're seeing it. They're blocking you. You'll never be able to contact them. They're blocking you on all channels. You get what I'm saying? And you're walking into the path of the new earth, and they're walking into the path, I hope to God, it isn't Mad Max, but many people are co-creating the Mad Max world they want. You know, the preppers. I'm not saying don't be ready. Everyone should be ready and have extra food in case of anything. You're snowed in. I remember living up in Northern California, and we'd all go down and get all of our victuals and food and this and that because we knew we'd be snowed in for 5 days. It's just common sense. You should always be ready, okay, for anything. Anything. Your car could break down. You have no groceries in the house. It's just dumb. You have no water, whatever, right? So that's just power for the course. But to the levels that we're seeing of people like creating the doomsday world that they want to create, including people in the spiritual community. Believe me. Okay? They're putting that 3D Mad Max world. And I'm telling you, we are better off walking into the light of the new earth. And what is that for you? How does it look like? Oh, well, I don't want to be, self-deluded, and I don't want to be wrong, and I don't want to be in my little fantasy world. Well, sweetie pies, let me tell you something. If we all collectively see a beautiful new earth, it shall be. It's science. Thought become matter. Thought become matter. This is not a lollipop, Candyland story I'm telling you. Thought become matter. That means what you think becomes. And so you and I, and many of us like us, have to spread the word and feel the new earth beneath our feet. And we have to be thinking that we are incarnated at this time. We are absolute shamanic powerhouses. If you allow that to be true, if you allow that to be so. But if you decide that you're not worthy and you're not ready and you want all your ducks in a row, you're going to be left behind. And that's not going to be very good for anyone. We need all hands on deck. We need all hands on deck. And so when you make this happen for yourself, you make it happen even if it's 2 generations away or 2 incarnations away from you, your twin being able to meet you there. You cannot, and you should not allow yourself to stay in 3D if you have self-love, if you trust the universe, if you feel that you could do more on the other side of the 5D integration we're going through. You can actually do more from that power. I can tell you one thing. My mother died in 2022, okay? And she has helped me immensely. I heard her say to me, and believe me, I don't I don't hear voices, okay? I hear my guides, and I hear her, and I see my husband, okay? And now my grandmother's coming up a little more. But what she said is, I had no idea I could do so much on the other side. I'm just having a great time. That's what she told me yesterday. I had no idea, because I thanked her for what's happening in my life. Massive magic is happening in my life because I was able to trust what was happening. And sure, you'll beat yourself up because you care about the people leaving your side. You do care. You want the best for them. And sometimes it'll end in arguments because you're not aligned with the same vision. You're not looking at it through their lens, but through your own lens of co-creation with love. And they're looking through their lens of lack and fear and whatever, okay? Whatever else, you fill in the blank for yourself, whatever that's true. So the 3D, 5D split is that. It begins with that. And then we as a collective, who are walking in love, Pachamama, Mother Earth, Gaia, Bhumi, will help her heal. There are wonderful plants that can eat up plastic. There are wonderful plants and mushrooms and all kinds of things that can eat up toxins in rivers. All you have to do is throw the spores out and boom, it eats up any toxins, anything, any spillage, any oils. This is known. It's out there. So the kinds of people that we are as a people, as a tribe, we will raise children and grandchildren to care for the planet in that way, in this conscious way, of removing the damage of what was done and purifying it. It sounds really polyamorous, Tony. I mean, what are you coming? What do you drink? I like to take what you take. Yeah, you should. It's called meditation. It's called working on your chakras. It's called downloading from source. It's called understanding the difference between corrupted downloads and downloads. Because when it is negative, when it is fear-filled, it is a corrupted download. When it is filled with love, when it is filled with, creativity, co-creation with the universe, when the universe is inviting you to co-create your vision of what the world looks like for you and your family, you're walking in your light. And you're actually there. It's not Pollyanna. It's not utopia. It's what you and I have experienced on other planets. We have. That's why many of us are homesick, because we know what it should be like to live a life. We know what it should be like to thrive and not look over your shoulder at all kinds of things that we are concerned, bills, groceries, things of that nature. Okay? We know what it looks like. And so now we're being made to do it. So that's what's next. You might want to look at the beginning, Jesse, of the video, which I'll post on YouTube. But what is next is now. You're about to lose people. If you're fearless, if you're honest about being afraid to be fearless, and then you overcome it, you will. It's like any kid. It's like skiing down a hill. It's frightening until you do it. And then you just get this rush of euphoria, like, holy fuck, this is fun. So what is next is you breaching your fear, breaching your lack consciousness, breaching your fear that what you want isn't possible. We all want what you want. Believe me. We all want a safe planet for our children, for 10 generations out. We want this planet to thrive. We want it to be cleaned up. We want good people that care for the planet with us. We want a round table of leadership concepts. We want that. I'm sure many of you want that too. I'm sure many of you don't like the effery that's going on right now. So I don't see, that's what's next. Meditating on it. And you're going to say, well, meditation, well, how does that work? Well, my friends, meditation has made people sit with inoperable brain cancer, tumors, breast cancer, and other cancers in their organs and dissolve it via meditation and visualization. This has been proven again and again and again. We have the technology within our soul. We have the power to manifest. We were made in that image of Source, God. What does that mean? It means we can create. And if we create out of fear, we create what we absolutely deserve. No offense. And what's maddening and saddening to me is there are people who are good, amazing souls, but they really believe it's the end of, instead of saying, oh, it's the end of the world as we know it, you're damn right. Let's celebrate. Why not? So that's the 3D, 5D split that is coming. Got my alarm clock. I am going to leave you all with this. Please love yourself enough to make it happen. That's what this whole kumbaya, love yourself. Yeah, it's about loving yourself so you believe that you have that kind of power and that you deserve to marshal that kind of power into 3D to step us all into 5D. And those who are left behind, we have great compassion and energetically we will hold sacred space for them, but we can no longer be with them in the physical 3D. That is not our place. Do not do that to yourself. Do not sabotage your happiness or your lineage's happiness. If you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for those that come after you. Sending you much love on your journey. I will post this on YouTube if you want to share it. Take care of yourselves. Namaste.